What's your relationship?
Do you have anything to say to Canadians?
Let the guys get set up here.
No. Mike, we're going in.
We have to go, but
Gotta back up.
are you good to go?
Mr. Duffy!
Senator, what do you think over the aisle? Left, everybody.
I'm trying to back up, guys.
Do you have anything to add before you go into the courthouse today? Mr. Duffy or Mr. Payne?
What are you hoping?
Mr. Duffy, can you say anything to Canadians before you start your trial?
The media fascination over Mike Duffy continues unabated. Meanwhile, everyday Canadians are just going about their lives. They're not paying attention. They're out shopping. They're going to school. They're going to work. But for the media, this is their fascination. The Mike Duffy trial and making sure that they're there to get the duffster heading into court.
After that Mr. Brazeau is here to support you.
What do you think about Brazeau's support?
Are you surprised by Mr. Brazeau showing up?
Take that door on your right. What do you want to say about that? Canadian Senator?
I'm coming.
Now, I have to say that without the media, how would we know such fascinating tidbits about the trial as, well, a discussion over which hashtag to use. That's right. On Twitter, where journalists seem to be spending most of their time at the Duffy trial as opposed to reporting for the respective news outlets, they're all talking to each other on Twitter. Well, there was a discussion over whether it should be hashtag Duffy or hashtag Duffy trial. Check out this tweet from reporter Philippe V. Voici. Dear colleagues, could we all use Duffy for the Duffy trial? It's so bilingual. Well, that's great, except the trial's happening in English, isn't it? And, you've got to be able to understand some of what's happening in English. Katie O'Malley, she tweeted out to make sure that everyone knew that she was going on lunch. If you weren't following the Duffy live blog, and really, why aren't you? I can report that we are now on a lunch break till 2:15 p.m. Fascinating stuff. But there is actual testimony happening at the trial, and some of that's being passed on, but it's also boring, reporters. Check out this tweet from David Lundgren. He's with the news agency Thomson Reuters, and he said, I think it's fair to say that the testimony at Duffy trial today has been a tad dry. The ex-law clerk to the Senate is being pressed on his role. That's right, pressed on his role and the rules as to whether Duffy was eligible to sit in the Senate, what a primary residence was, the whole crux of this trial. But that's okay. It didn't just bore David Lundgren. It also appeared to bore Rosemary Barton. She's a CBC reporter and sometimes host of their show, Power Politics. She wrote, "We have now reached the point in the trial where my eyes are glazing over." But don't worry, she redeemed herself with that, dismissal of a serious trial with this tweet on Thursday morning. There's a dude wearing a Sens jersey in this courtroom. What would we do without the media to keep us up to date on all of this? The media party is loving the Duffy trial. It is a serious trial, as I've said before, but they're going to get bored pretty quickly. It's a 6-week trial at least. It's going to go on until June, and I think most of them will have packed up and left by then, until, that is, the verdict comes out.